Hi book huggers, this is Jen and it's question time. When I was trying to decide what to ask you guys for this month's Big Bookish questions, I sort of drew a blank, mostly because it's kind of a busy time with the holidays kicking up into high gear and I have like 6 weeks to read a ton of books before this meeting that I need to go to, and I am just like, my brain is kind of not focused right now. But I did keep thinking about all the bookish traditions that I have had in my life. So instead of asking you guys some sort of big bookish question that you had to think really hard about this month, I thought it would be interesting to see what your bookish holiday traditions are. And I mean whatever holiday you celebrate in these dark, cold, wintry times. In my case, we celebrate Christmas, and when I was growing up, we always got some sort of book or something for Christmas. We didn't really have any traditions about like reading something together on Christmas Eve because most of the time we had to travel on Christmas Eve. We always went to my grandparents for a Christmas Eve party thing and then drove back home, so it was like a good 4-hour round trip. So we always got home really late on Christmas Eve. I do remember my mom a couple of times reading us the night before Christmas, which was always really nice. And again, we did usually get some sort of bookish Christmas presents because my parents were teachers and books were always really important in our household. I do remember one Christmas where my mom gave me a thesaurus and a world almanac, and I felt like she'd given me all the knowledge in the land. I really did. Like, this was pre-internet, and I just remember reading that world almanac cover to cover and just like every 5 minutes running out and telling her, did you know this and did you know that? And I really thought that she had given me the world in a book. I remember very vividly that I kept thanking her like so profusely for this Christmas present. And it was funny because she would just give me this look like, it's an almanac, like calm down. But to me it was like so important. I don't know why I remember that, but I do. And when my husband and I first got married, I'm not sure if I ever told you guys, but I met my husband in a bookstore, so yeah. Anyway, when we first got married, we decided to do this thing where we had this advent calendar and then we would exchange books each day, which I'm not sure if you realize that 25 books for each person is a lot of books. And it was a very sweet gesture, but I think, we had no money, and so I don't know how we ended up doing this. We were both working at a bookstore, so we got a little bit of a discount, but that's a lot of books. And it was a really sweet thing, and I have very fond memories of it, but yeah. Actually, I do have really fond memories of it because that's where I got the first Harry Potter book. He gave me the first Harry Potter book in that Advent book trade that we did that year. I totally forgot about that. Yay, husband. So yeah, that was really good memories. We didn't keep it as a tradition because I think it would have gotten way out of hand, and again, it was a little too expensive. The other tradition that I've heard of that we haven't celebrated yet, but I think would be really awesome, is last year on all the social media platforms there was this thing going around about Iceland, how in Iceland families and people exchange books on Christmas Eve and then they go to bed and read them. like spend the rest of the night, Christmas Eve, reading their new book, and they take like hot chocolate with them to bed and they read these new books. I think that would be pretty awesome. I don't know if it's true or not. I don't live in Iceland. If you do, please weigh in. But I think that would be a really awesome tradition. Just so cozy and like with a book and your family, and I don't know. That sounds awesome. So maybe we'll institute that this year. So let me know in the comments what kind of bookish traditions you had growing up, or what bookish traditions you've started for yourself. And yeah, let's kick this holiday season off right. Thank you so much for watching. Bookish hugs and kisses, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye! Boom, boom, can you hear the car? Boom, boom, can you hear the car?